Have you ever been so hungry, starving, that you feel like you will eat anything as long as it takes away that feeling of hunger? As a matter of fact, have you ever been so hungry that you ate something so fast because you just wanted to fix that desire to eat? And then you realize later that you didn't like it, or maybe that it was actually something that was horrible for you and you had to pay the consequences later. Why do we do that? Well, the reality is sometimes if we haven't eaten, we are so hungry that the brain is just in survival mode and it says, feed me no matter what. It's not engaging the sense of taste and desire and all of that. It is just simply wanting to be fed. It is trying to survive. Well, many times, if you go to a nutritionist, a doctor, what have you, you're trying to get better health habits, a dietitian, they will tell you that what's recommended is to never allow yourself to get to that point of feeling like you're starving. Because in those moments, you will probably make wrong decisions. You are so focused on trying to get something to eat that you will most likely make a wrong decision, either overeat or eat something that you shouldn't. Unfortunately, many people are doing the same thing when it comes to relationships. And what do I mean? Some of us are so emotionally starved that we are willing to do anything to just feel like that void is being filled. I've been there. I talk about it in my book of being a person who wanted love so bad that I was willing to stay in an abusive relationship because in the end, it felt like love. It was satisfying that need, that desire of wanting to be loved, right? So many times people, for whatever reason, they are lacking love, emotions, positive validation, and so they are willing to just settle for anything. They're staying in relationships that they don't belong in. It's like that person who's starving, right? So they will take anything. They will try to accept friendships with people who are not truly giving back to them what they should. They will seek out relationships with people that cannot, and actually I should say choose not to commit to them for a variety of different reasons. People will find themselves in these various circumstances because they're just trying to fill that need to eat emotionally. And what happens a lot of times is something in a person's life may be causing them to be emotionally starved. Maybe they just never knew what healthy relationships even looked like or felt like. So they're constantly just seeking out just something that feels good. Maybe they were in a relationship, maybe even married, and now they're divorced or broken up, and so they're trying to confirm in themselves that they weren't the problem or that they are still a good person. There's so many reasons why a person, may be in that state where they feel like I just have to satisfy this desire. I talk to many women and coach many women who even have allowed society to increase that sense of starvation emotionally. They feel as though I'm at a certain age and so I should be in a relationship, I should be married, I should be experiencing this or that. And so what happens is they are now starving for this affection, for this love, and they are willing to eat emotionally anything. It doesn't matter if it doesn't feel right later. It doesn't matter if they're sad later, if they are confused, if they're doubting themselves. It doesn't matter if this relationship is toxic, bad for them, inappropriate. None of that matters because in that moment, that person makes them feel like they are being emotionally filled or validated. Now, just like with the need to eat, It is a perfectly normal feeling and something that we were created to experience, the need to eat. But it's when we're not eating enough, when we're not taking care of that need, that we then are rushing to just do whatever it takes to fill it. And it's the same thing with relationships. We have a natural desire, many of us, for companionship, for love. We're created to be among other people. So all those desires are natural. But what happens when we feel a sense of starvation, that we have to fill this because somehow this represents something about me if I don't have this right now? That's when we almost go into a desperation mode. So what do? How do we feed ourselves? Well, it starts with first understanding who you are and appreciating who you are and seeking out ways to feed your soul and your emotions and give yourself the love that you need. I hear so many times when I talk to people who have gotten out of a toxic relationship, for example, and one of the things they say, the person made me feel like I was special. The person made me feel validated. This person makes me feel like I mean something. And think about that. Another person is being given the power to make you feel special, important, validated, loved. Shouldn't that first be the foundation? Shouldn't you first feel validated, feel special, feel important, so that you're not desperately seeking that from someone else? Again, if you are eating throughout the day and you're making healthy choices, when the natural desire for food kicks in, you're able to make a realistic, balanced decision of what you should eat to satisfy the need to eat, as well as keep your body fueled and enjoy it in the process. It's the same thing when it comes to relationships. If you are regularly feeding yourself, building yourself up, surrounding yourself with positive, healthy individuals, when you need to fill the desire for companionship, love, things like that, friendship, you will be able to make choices that reflect you are in a healthy state. So my encouragement is to really do the work, to learn how to feed yourself, learn how to truly be able to look at yourself as special, as lovable, as amazing, to where you don't need someone else to make you feel that way, so that you're willing to just grab onto anything. The beauty that can come from making healthy choices, just like in a diet, the beauty that can come from making healthy choices in our relationships can be amazing, can be satisfying. And what it will not do is bring you down lower and make you sick emotionally in the end. So think about that. Think about those healthy choices in your relationships and feed yourself first. Let that be the foundation.